Hello everyone, this is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome to another Simple Stampin Sunday video. Just a quick reminder, this is a pre-recorded video and I am recording it on September 21st, so a couple of days after my live. In full honest disclosure, I tried to do it yesterday and it just did not happen. Like, I recorded something, but it was just messy, guys. Sometimes it's not the day. It's all I can say. I tried different ways, and it's just like the video would have had to be cut like every 2 minutes. It's just so funny. Anyways, I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, so if you don't have one, I would love to spoil you with my reward system, starting with a catalog, a free catalog, actually catalogs, because we right now have an annual catalog and a mini catalog, and you may hear me saying the holiday catalog, and that's the one I'm talking about because it kind of has a lot of holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween stamps and products. So I will send those to you. All I would need is for you to send me an email to maria@mariascraftingcorner.com and with your address, of course, and I'll send them to you. The second thing I want to chat with you super quick is a free gift for you for the month of September, and it's these beautiful masks. We call them masks. The rest of the world knows them as stencils, but that's what they are, and you're just going to absolutely love them. Actually, the project we're doing today, you could totally do it with one of them, but I'm not giving up anything just yet. So you know, these you will get for free if you buy $50 worth of product before shipping and taxes in my online store. So, you know, if my upline always say, if it's free, it's for me, and I would say the same. Anyways, I love them, and we're probably going to have a couple of extra projects with them. So, you know, you have extra ideas and feel more tempted to buy in my online store. The second thing I want to show you guys today is the kits. So Stampin' Up has really first class kits. You will have in a little box. I don't have one here. Oh, just kidding. I have one here. In this little box, can you see it? Yes, you can. You will get everything you need to do whatever projects they have designed, right? And so you don't even need scissors. Everything is given up to you, and all you need is to just sit down and craft. And I think that is amazing. These are amazing for the beginner crafter, but also for, you know, if the avid crafter that has been crafting a long time. Every so often you just want somebody else to give you the idea and to give you the products and just move on, right? And when it comes to Christmas, I think it happens a lot. Guys, I have like a little speck of something in my glasses and I'll have to clean them. There you go. This one is amazing. It's called Every Christmas Everywhere. And it does include, you can't see them here, but it does include regular pine trees as cutouts, but it also includes cactus and palm trees. So if you're sending the card to somebody from Arizona, you know, a cacti or a cactus makes a lot more sense than an evergreen. Anyways, beautiful options. I don't think there's anything else. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and share. If it just helps me a lot if you do that. It helps me here in YouTube. It helps me beat the algorithm or work with the algorithm, and it also you're just putting out there my work, and I totally appreciate that. So without further ado, let me move in here. Oh my god, okay, we're here. So this card I saw, not this card, this technique, I'm going to call it. I saw it a while ago in Pinterest. Like when I say a while ago, I'm talking about a while ago. And I thought, oh my God, what a great idea that is. But it's one of those things that I've been meaning to do, but not done. And so I figured that the Simple Stampin Sunday is the perfect opportunity for us to work on a card like this. I hope that my choice of colors, it's good. The initial card that I had, which you'll see here in a little bit when we're done, it was in another color, and I just didn't want to repeat the same card. But we are going to cross our fingers and hope it's going to look fantastic. We're going to be doing some resist embossing, and I'll explain as we're working through it or with it. And let me see, we are going to be using all the snowflakes I have available. That is funny, I know. So here's the thing, right? So the new catalog, the mini catalog, has these gorgeous, gorgeous snowflakes. They are super detailed. They are beautiful. But I didn't get them. And I didn't get them for a couple of reasons. One of them is they don't have dies. They have like a tag, but I didn't like really wanted a tag maker, so they don't have dies. But the second reason is I have a few snowflakes. So when I joined Stampin' Up! A couple of years ago, actually this month is my second anniversary, I got these snowflakes. And of course I've used them several times in my last couple of years. And I was like, I really don't know if I want to buy another set of snowflakes, right? I was just not feeling in the mood for it. So I figure I have a variety of snowflakes. Let me show you here. So there's snowflakes that comes in the Very Cute, which is in this mini catalog. And so I got a couple of them. As you can tell, I have them all here. This one belongs to the Penguin catalog. Let me see. I have it here. It's called Penguin Place. I don't think it's available anymore. It's a retired stamp set, but I love them. And it has one of those just smaller snowflakes that I'm going to call filler snowflakes. And then there are a couple that also, they belong to, I think this is one of them. Yeah, I think this is one of them. And this is the other one. They belong to the Jetty to Party stamp set that you can still get. It's in the clearance rack, and it's really, really cheap, so totally worth it. So with these, I'm going to be making our card with this variety of just all these snowflakes. Now I will be using most likely either one of these, the stars are brightly shining, or glory to God in the highest. Maybe that's the one I'm going to choose. We'll see. We'll work together and define what I really want in the end, but I'm going to be using this. Now, as I was making the first card, I'm like, oh my God, this will probably be amazing to do with the Stars at Night bundle. Well, with the stars, right? Because it has a few stars here, so those that I would call fillers. It has another one, but it has this big one and this other one, and I just think that there's plenty options in here to create a beautiful card the way I'm envisioning it. But I decided to keep up to my original idea, which was the snowflakes. Okay, so let's see. We are going to start. I have my pieces here. Some of them are cut, some of them are not. I have a piece of, moving that there. This is a piece of Lost Lagoon in our regular 8.5 by 11. I'm going to bring these and get my 11-inch side towards the top of the trimmer. I'm going to align at 5 and, let's see, yeah, 5.5 right there, and then I'm going to cut. We're going to save this piece just in case we need it. In case I make a mistake, you just never know. Now I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to align here at 4 1/4, and I am going to score that. Okay, this is very simple. There's not a whole lot to it. We are going to bring the except I didn't score this very well, very centered, right, if you see this. But I am going to leave it as is, because in the end, people will open this and will not see it. The second thing is, here is a piece. This is called tartan foil. It is an online exclusive. We just added some gorgeous papers to our online exclusive, sorry. And it comes in Lost Lagoon. Let me show you the other side. Isn't that beautiful? It comes in Pebble Path and in Copper Clay. Gorgeous. Is it Copper Clay or is it Pecan Pie? Let me see. I don't want to lie to you guys. I think it's Copper Clay. Yeah, it looks very coppery, very clay, huh? Yeah, it's in Copper Clay, and this is gorgeous. And this could be a really good option to do what I am doing today. Okay, let me put that out of the way. I already cut this piece. This piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so those two pieces we're going to put right there, further away, because we're not going to use them just yet. Now, I am going to cut a piece. This is our Sweet Sorbet color. It's one of our in 2022-2024 in colors. And I'm just lining this at 4 1/4. And again, I'm just moving all those pieces out of the way. And 5 1/2. And I am cutting it in I'm cutting these at the same measurement as my regular card, just because I want to work. I guess what I'm going to say is I'd rather have a bigger space to put all my snowflakes and then chop then cuts little bits of it, than have to work in a tighter area. I tried one of the first ones I tried, and I just was not very happy with it. So I was like, this needs to be a little bigger. And so the next one, I did it with a little bigger, and it really worked much better. I am going to use my Misty. If you have the Stamparatus, this is a plus. If you don't have the Misty, if you don't have a Stamparatus or a Misty, I do have a link down below to my Amazon store, and you can purchase it there. It does not charge you anything. You're not paying anything extra for purchasing from me. Now, why am I doing this? Really, there's no need for it, but it helps me at least put the snowflakes all at the same time, or several at the same time, and it just makes it a little bit easier. So for me, so we are going to bring our biggest snowflake, which I absolutely love. I have to be honest with you guys, that big snowflake is one of my faves. I'm gonna put it like right there, and then I'm going to bring the smallest of the snowflakes, and I'm going to put it right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and get these. If you struggle with getting those stamps, just bring, this is just a regular eraser that I have, and I just keep it here for my help. They sell very elegant, cool things with this. I have not gotten one, because I have this and this will work. This cost all $3 maybe, something. So I'm going to bring my Versamark ink, and I am going to bring my little powder my little powder thingy. And I'm going to powder this around very well. We will have to repowder every so often. Why am I using Sweet Sorbet? Because we are going to do some blending. Some ink blending in here with other reds. And so this is a very light red. And I think it will be much easier to kind of build upon that red than it would be just building from, let's say, real red, right? It will be hard to notice. So I am really inking these stamps well, I have to say, the best I can. Let me put this out of the way, and we are going to, I'm going to bring these, just because these are bigger. And it looks like it's perfect. I am going to put a little bit more. That's one of the reasons why you can use also the Stamparatus or Misty, and it's because you can re-ink and go ahead and press again, and you're just made sure that this is working the best way possible. Now, two things I want to say now that I think about this. The first one is I'm going to be doing some embossing, so I will probably just I'll probably stop talking because it's very loud. You guys know that. And I'll probably speed up those sections just because, you don't need to hear me trying to talk over the embossing, the heat embossing tool. Now, I have these little spoons that I got from Amazon a long time ago. And I had recently acquire a few of the Stampin' Up. Well, this two of the Stampin' Ups, but I have to be honest, guys. I have a few other golden colors, and that were similar to the Stampin' Up color, and I did mix them much. I know that is not. Kind of they tell you not to do that because they're different qualities, and I completely agree. Don't do it. I just did it, but I just want to explain why I have so much gold embossing powder. And I'm really putting some of that gold, right? So it's well powdered. I don't know, but I'm really putting enough, and I'm just going over with it. So we have enough of the embossing powder. I'm going to bring our little brush because I can see that there's some things in there. So I'm just putting that back in there. If you have it, even if it's a little bit, get them in a little plastic bin or something because it's so much easier, or it's less messy. Okay, let me bring my embossing, my heat embossing tool. Okay guys, we're starting with the voiceover part of this video. I am starting with my heat tool in the back just because it helps start melting that powder even if it's just warming up, right? And so at some point you just move it to the front and it's just I feel it happens much faster. I am now using the last of the rubber stamps I will be using today, and that one is going to go in silver. And yes, I do recommend totally to use some sort of plastic bin to keep your powders. I think there's a whole lot less mess. Like honestly, the kind of mess I do is always so dramatic. That's the reason why I really like this one. So up to you, but just a little tip. Now I started with my polymer stamp sets, and as you can tell, I have to bring up my mat back so I can lift these and work on them. And the next two stamps I'm using are going to be in silver too, and I'm going to use one of those that I call the filler ones. I think I did a pretty good job at that one, and didn't have to actually do much more. And here's another one, another set. This set we are going to be coloring in, not coloring, we're going to be heat embossing in copper. Now notice that every time before I use my Versamark in and no, before I stamp, I do bring my little powder tool, my little pouch, and I help take the static there. Even if there's a lot of powder already, I feel that it makes a lot of sense, guys, to just keep doing it, especially because some of these images, some of these beautiful snowflakes are have more intricate designs, and so I just feel that it makes sense to do it several times, right? I am moving now to the white
embossing powder, and I decided at some point I just need a little bit more, but in different colors. And so that's what I am organizing here. I'm trying to figure out which works best, which positioning of these stamps will work best, and which color is going to go in them. Um, and yes, I'm going to do it again. See, I use my powder pouch again. Um, Getting them really inked, and we'll heat emboss one in gold, one in white, and one in silver. And if you do it very careful, it's easier to do, or it's easy to do, but you do have to be careful with them. I really hope you guys don't mind me speeding these up. It just makes it a lot easier.
And this looks amazing as it is on its own. I'm going to clean these, friends, but I'm just going to move them away so they're not in my way here. And I'm going to bring an older piece of my grid paper that I have around. I always save my older grid papers, the ones I have used, because then I just can't go over them. And I'm going to bring my red, and I'm going to bring, let me see, do I have? So I'm going to bring, I don't see another one. So I'm going to bring these other ones. So this is going to be the lighter red, and this is going to be the darker red. So, and we're going to start with Sweet Sorbet. So let me remove a little bit of that. All I'm trying to remove is the powder. And we're going to start with the lighter red, okay? And yes, I know a lot of people use the blocks. I don't know why. I'm not used to that yet. And I guess I really like using these this way. So guys, just, do you. There are times when you can do you, and that's fine. I'm going to clean these because red is pretty deep, as you guys can see. And I want to keep up those as white as possible, right? This is not wet, but with a little bit of water, this will clean better, but I just want them to stay as white as possible. So that was our Sweet Sorbet. Now I'm going to bring let me move this out of the way because, God, that's a hard color. This is the real red, and we're going to do the same thing. Now I'm going to start now from the edges towards the middle. And as you see what I was telling you guys, that it's easier to build because it's red already. And two, that's more important, I guess, is that you can totally because it was Swiss Sorbet, which is a lighter red. It's you can totally see it being built in the colors. And I was telling you the other reason why I like to use color cardstock is because when you are stamping with Versamark ink, it's very hard to see, right? Just in general, of course, it's hard to see because it's kind of white or clear. But it's very hard. And now I'm bringing and this is Cherry Cobbler, guys, and let me get that. This is a very, very dark red. And so I'm going to go and do in the edges a little bit more. See how dark it is? And let's go and do all from the edge towards the middle. That's what I am doing in here. So, and I know, again, a lot of people is using, which makes a lot of sense, by the way, using just your blocks to, do not have a whole lot of ink in your blending brush. But in my case, I actually want it to be well inked. So I don't mind that it is a little bit on the darker side, or in the not darker, like that there's a lot of ink in in our brush, right? Okay, so I know this is not looking very great right now, but wait until we are done. Okay, I think I got this. fairly okay, right? I think so. And again, I'm just bringing a lot of that darker color in here. And now I'm going to remove this. So the next step we're going to do is I'm going to bring that little piece of, this is a very dry, very dry baby wipe. And I'm really, oops, I didn't want to do that way, but I really just want to like wipe a little bit the white ones. I'm not very concerned about the other ones because they will come off easier is the word, but I am a little bit concerned about those white ones, and so I am kind of cleaning a little bit, okay? And that is just very softly. We will clean them later a little bit more, but I just wanted to remove a little bit of the white so it does not stain. I'm gonna put these far away so there's less drama. Oops, wrong place. Okay, so now that we have this, what's our next step is going to be two things. I'm going to bring, this is called Winsor Newt and Newton, and it is just white. It says, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's paint, and I want to use this because I want to try it. If you use a white pigment, because it's red, it will get, what will be the word? It will get kind of, the white will turn pinkish. And I want to see if this doesn't happen here. So we are trying out a new product to see if it really works. Like they say it's going to work. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is this is looking beautiful. We're going to bring, wait, let me bring a piece of paper towel, and we're going to wet this. So I'm moving far away so it doesn't really like create like big chunks of water. And now I'm going to clean, well, not clean, kind of remove that with my paper towel. And this helps, and I know we've talked about this in the past, this helps create like an illusion of whiter, right? And it really works well. I really like this technique. When it gets dry, you will have different, just different tones of red, and I love that. Okay, so that's our first thing. It's going to be drying. The second thing I'm going to bring is a brush, and I'm going to get that wash, or however it's called, guys. Don't even like quote me. And yes, you're seeing what I'm doing. So I'm just mixing this well with my water. And hopefully this, I've never used it, so I am not sure how this is going to work. But we're going to put some extra whites in here, right? And I really like this. It's, for now, it's maintaining that white, so that's a good start. And now on the other side, I'm going to bring a little bit of Wink of Stella. This is a really old Wink of Stella I have, guys, and I think it's just coming to an end. And so I am just using, whoops, a little bit of it in here. Let me see. I just push a lot in there, and I'm just going to do the same thing with the Wink of Stella. So we're just kind of creating some extra sparkle in here. Not like it needs extra sparkle, but right? I think I'm going to push a little bit more in there. And these, so what happens is, and I'm pretty sure, if, you know, if you've been stamping for a while, oh, see, it's kind of turning reddish. See that one there? So, well, it was a good try. Our inks are water based, and so when you put extra water and extra colors like this, it reacts with it, and it just looks cool. I think it looks gorgeous. Doesn't that look super cool? I really, really like it. Okay, so because I'm OCD, I'm just going to put a couple of them, like bigger ones. Like that. This is, we're going to let these, oops, well, that was a big one. Oops. We're going to let this dry for a little bit. I'm just going to put it in front of there, and we're going to clean these. And I'm going to clean these while I am here with you because I don't want these to get damaged. These are my regular blocks, right, that I use every day. So we need to clean this. This one is the one that is a little bit more, that is messed up, I have to say, guys. I don't know what I did to it, what applied to it, but that's what happened. Okay. Whew. That one is done. We can remove these. We're not going to need it right now. And I'm just removing everything. So the next step is we are going to die cut using our decal circles, but I want to use vellum. And so here's the thing, right? If you use vellum, it's always kind of a pain to put the glue, right? So I figured, and this is nothing brand new, that if we use our, I always forget how we call them. Well, our adhesive sheets, that's how they're called, then it's much easier to actually just use one full piece of glue kind of setting. I don't know how to explain it better than doing it. So we are going to do this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this piece in this other piece and the best I can, right, in one place. And then I'm going to do something before I move on any further because I am seeing some red. And that is I'm cleaning my hands with some extra water there so they are less messy. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just remove this other piece. It's kind of rebellious, but that's new. That's never news in our world, is it? Okay, I think we got it. Oops. Okay, we got it. And now, so what we're going to create kind of a sticker. That's the idea I have. It's going to be like kind of a sticker. So this is our area. This is our not our area. This is our. It's got some glue in there. Our vellum, and so we are going to, I'm just trying to figure out how to avoid that piece, and I am going to bring my die cut here. We're going to die cut this real quick. We are going to run it a couple of times just in case, might as well, right? Whoops. Are you seeing? Yes, you're seeing. Okay, we're going to run this real quick and then making sounds. I said we're going to run it a couple times, so we just move it backwards and it will cut. Now the next thing we want to do is we are going to need a placement for this. I don't know how to call it better, guys. So I'm going to bring back a piece of our, where are my snips, of the Sweet Sorbet. And where is it? And this is the next size bigger for that, and so I'm just going to cut this. It's not a very elegant cut, and we are going to run these through our die cut embossing machine, and it's done. Okay, perfect. It's kind of stuck done, but that's fine too. Oh, I know why. So yesterday when I was trying to do what I was trying to do, which didn't work, by the way, look at that. That did not work, but we can use the other side. That's the good news. Like a piece of the glue stuck in there, so I have to clean these. I'm going to leave them like that so I remember to clean these. Okay, so we are going to bring, actually, I said it was done and we're not. I'm just moving these this way. Really, we're not going to do a whole lot in here, but I do want to darken those edges. It's more about getting them a little dark. So, you know, there's some difference between this one and the other one. So initially, I actually thought, is that, no, it's not the cherry cobbler. What am I doing, Marie? Okay, this is the cherry cobbler, guys. At the very beginning, I just thought, oh, it's going to look amazing on its own. And it does not. It's harder to read. And so I just thought getting this darker is a really good idea. And while that gets a little dry, because in the end it's very deep red, like I keep saying, and it is, guys, it is. I'm going to clean my hands a little bit. And where's my little, I forgot. There it is. My little thingy. We're going to remove these again. And we are going to heat emboss in here our sentiment. So, and we're going to do that in white. And here's, I think I like the glory to God in the highest the most. And I don't need my Misty for this. It's probably, if it were a little tighter, you would probably need it. I'm looking at where is my stuff. So here's my Versa marking. Same as we've done before. We powdered that up. And now we are going to really ink this well. Seems like it's inked well, right? Okay, let's go ahead. And that looks like it's going to work. So let's cross our fingers. I'm bringing these up. And yes, of course I need to use this, right? It's the logical thing. So let's put a lot of that white. So it is very, very clearly white. I like it when it's very white. Okay. I'm going to leave that in there. Let's put that far away. And we're going to bring our embossing, heat embossing again. And we'll hit these real quick. Or quicker, hopefully. There it is. It's getting there. Okay, I'm just looking how long have we been at this. Oops, it's not fully done. Always check, right? It costs nothing to really check, but it's well done. And we are going to take off the sticker now, if it allows us, maybe. Guys, I always have fun with myself when I do these things and they just don't happen. And we're going to bring our piece in red and we're going to put this in there. So I am looking at these. I'm actually, if you see my head, but I need this to be really well centered, right? Because I can't remove this. Once it's stuck, it's stuck. There's no going back in here. And so there it is. And now actually I'm going to bring this friend to stick it all the way through. Okay, there we go. I think it's a little bit wet still, but I think it's going to be okay. So I'm just cleaning my stamp. And we're going to give it a couple more minutes. You can tell it's still not completely dry, but it is sticking. Okay, I'm putting this all back together. Now, our little piece here. So here's where I'm going to bring, what did I do with it? Well, oh, here it is. I'm going to bring this little piece again, this little, and I am really going to clean the white ones. Okay? And as you can tell, it kind of creates some of that extra effect. And with the non-wet side, right, I'm going to clean all the other ones. And see how easy, whoops, that didn't go well. How easy it cleans is the white one that's always a little bit of a concern because that white. And I think we almost got it all. It looks a little pinkish still, but let's see. Yeah, it's still a little pinkish. My thought is you can probably work with them a little bit more when it's done, when it's drier. And so you just can deal with that. Now, two things I want to bring. I'm thinking this may be the one to bring. Either that or one in gold. And the only one in gold I have is a retired one. And I think for some reason, I think I want to go with gold instead with this one. So we're going to do that retired one. I know it's not ideal, but and we're going to put this front in the middle. See how much that, bring in a little bit more. That just putting it there in with a little bit of the blending brush, how much it helps to kind of blend in. And this is going to go in the middle. Now it comes, we're going to cut these to 3 7/8, and that's what I was telling you guys. It's much easier for me to decide here. So I'm going to cut these, so, because there's not a whole lot going on that piece, right? By 5 1/8, and I think I'm going to cut that one that has kind of like a boo-boo. Okay. And this looks so adorable, guys. And I think that the others look a little better because the red is deep and intense in here. And it's not working the way I wanted. I knew red is a problem. That's why I told you at the beginning. I hope it works because, yeah, I kind of knew. But you're going to see the other ones and it's going to be working well. So I'm just going to put this one around here. Let me see. Yeah, maybe there, right? Like that looks good. It's pretty big. This could have been a little smaller, I think. But I am going to bring my Stampin' Seal Plus. We're going to put this in here. And the other side. Okay, guys. There we go. Sometimes, I swear to God. And now we're going to bring this one in here. Now, I am going to put this one last because we are going to bring our green card base. And I think this is going to be helpful. And let's go ahead and attach these first. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, this is better. So this is 1/8 smaller, so you guys need to remember that. Same as always, all these measurements will be in the description below. There's not a whole lot of science to it, but and look how beautiful that looks. All together, it ends up looking really, really cute in the end. I'm going to use some of these. These are our, how do you call them? Strips. And yeah, let me see. Does that work? That works very well. I just want this a little bit popped up. Actually, don't listen to me. I'm going to remove that, and I'm just going to pop this in there. Not like that. Sometimes I swear to God, guys. And now it's stuck in me. Uh-oh. Now it's a little bit rebellious. Oh, there it goes. Oh, gosh. Okay, fine. See, that almost like ripped my paper, so that's not cool. There we go. And we are going to glue this, or adhere this, in the middle. And now we are going to bring our Glory to God, which definitely could have been smaller. I keep thinking about this, right? Let me see one thing. If I cut it all, oh no, that's too small. This barely fits. So, no that one anyways. Maybe this one. And we just put it white. What do you guys think? So I'm going to go and cut this. Not cut. So, oh, see, I kind of like this a little bit better, guys. I cannot help it. Like a lot better, to be fully honest. So I'm going to leave it like that because I feel like that one was too big. And we are going to pop this up, which I think you guys kind of figured. Okay, guys, this is not very organized dimensionals, huh? Okay. One last thing I'm going to do. Let me see. So this is my cherry cobbler. I have them all named. Maybe if I do this in a better way. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of darken those edges. And I think that gives it, I like it better, definitely. I also painted myself, so I'm just hoping I don't make any damages here. But see, it looks a little better if you definitely darken those edges. A little bit more. I really like that. Now I really like it. See, it looks a lot like finished. That's the word. Okay, I'm hoping I don't mess this up. So I'm going to put this one in here, and I just had an idea, so I'm just going to pop that up real quick, and I'm going to bring, oops, sorry guys, my white gel pen, and we're going to, I'm just thinking maybe if we do some white in here, it will just stick, and it's sticking, see? So we're just making these a little whiter. This one did not get too terribly pink. That one was. But look at that. If we do this, kind of just like fixed it. And I am happy with that. You can even put extra dots if you want. If you hear my dogs, guys, you know, it's a regular thing in this household. So, okay, so we kind of fixed that with our white pen. These white pens are super important to have, I have to say, guys. I have the link to Amazon down below if you're interested, but this is how I fix my stuff when I am coloring. Okay, so that looks a whole lot better. The last thing I want to bring, you guys can put some extra gems. I am going to bring these, and these are called metallic animal effects, and they have them in all colors. So that was not what I wanted, guys. I don't know if you can tell. It's super big. So I am actually going to try to remove that. And that was a little messy, but that is fine. Phew. Okay. No drama. I should stop talking and focus. So you just need dots. You don't need to that big thing I did, right? I'm going to put one in here. And it's just, you'll get like little dots. And I'm going to bring the silver, and I'm going to do the same. I'm not even counting how many I'm putting of each. And it just gives it like an extra beautiful, I don't know, I really like it. And here is the golden one. We'll have to let these dry for a little bit. And look how beautiful this looks, guys. Doesn't that look super cool? Like, I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. It'll take some time. I will clean these a little bit more. I can still get dirty in there, so that means to me that it still needs cleaning, but that will look amazing. The last thing I'm going to bring, okay, I'm putting that in there, is, where are they? Okay, you guys remember these? We've used them in the past, and I'm going to bring a couple of them. Where is my glue? Glue is here. My take your pick is there. And so I'm just going to put some extra white. I want some white. And let me bring some of these. And I'm just going to put a few. Just like we did with the other ones. And this one has some that are not white, but I want them all white. So we're just putting some extra white in here because it just, I feel that it's obviously very red. But this is going to make a little bit of difference, I think. I got like 7 of them in there. Okay, let me get that. There it is. And I'm gonna put a couple in here. And let's see, where else? One here. So yeah, I'm just filling these with stars in white. But don't you think that it really helps kind of like clear this a tiny bit? I put another one in there. And see, it just gives them like movement is the word I'm looking for. It gives movement to it. All these little pieces gives them movement. And where else? Are we good in white? I think we may be. I'm gonna put one there. Yep. Okay, guys. We made it. We made it. Let me put this out of the way. I want to put this in here so I don't lose it. And let me show you the other ones while that gets dry. So the first one I did is probably the one I like the most. It's fine. And it is using the same Lost Lagoon, but I did it and I just feel that it looks much better than than this one. I don't know why. What you guys think? Right? Like I feel that this one did much better. I don't know why. Anyways, I like, maybe it's the color. I don't know. I like this one very much. I think that I'm a little bit disappointed that the red did not was so powerful that turned those pinkish, and I want them white. But nothing we can do. This last one, and this is the one I did yesterday. This one is the base is Bubble Bath, and then I'm using Moody Mauve and Blackberry Bliss, and the base is Pebble Path, and it's that same tartan foil. So these are the cards we made today for our Simple Stampin' Sunday. Again, sad that these are red. I think that I will try to get them whiter. If it's not possible, nothing we can do about it. It's fine. The only thing that occurs to me is making some others and cutting, because I have some die cuts that I could use. That would be the other one. So I think that by far this is the one I like the most, just because of that. I really love this color combination. Love it, love it. But I feel that the fact that these ended up being so pinkish, I do not like it. So if you're going to do it in red, maybe you can just use silver, lots of silver instead of white. That may be an option. And this one I really, really like. I think the copper is harder to see, probably similar in color, right? But yes, friends, here you go. These are your cards. I hope you like them. And please let me know in the comments which one you like the best. In blue, that should be one. Please let me know in the comments which ones you like the best. And I do appreciate you guys hanging out here with me and being, so faithful. Working with me on a Sunday day, on a Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and your week is amazing, guys. Thank you.